In the cold Yukon, where winds whisper tales of gold, stands Parker Shnabel. He's known for hard work and determination in the gold mines, inspiring many with his story. But there's a question. How much money does Parker make? How rich is he? Today, we're digging for answers to uncover the true spirit of this modern-day gold rush hero. Parker Shnabel came into this world on the 22nd of July, 1994, in Haines, Alaska. He originates from a clan that has been in the business of gold mining for generations. His grandfather, John Shnabel, is the biggest name in the industry. Shnabel inherited all the great qualities of his grandfather. At a very early age, Parker began to master the skill of gold mining in Porcupine Creek, Alaska, where his grandfather owned a mine. That was the moment when he fell in love with gold excavation. At that time, he had just begun his journey without knowing where life was taking him. In his pathway to wealth, his participation in the Discovery Channel reality show, Gold Rush, provided the first step. In this series, we watch the gold mining families from the Yukon Territory of Canada. The strategic thinking of Parker and his never-say-die attitude endeared him faster to the audience. As a teenager, the seasoned gold digger, Parker Shnabel made his way through the ranks of the gold business. This led him to become a wealthy entrepreneur. The fact that he has made a name for himself on the Discovery Channel show, Gold Rush, is not only the only benefit, but has also resulted in financial gains. As a result of his wise business dealings in the gold mining industry, his net worth rose to millions of dollars. Unofficial sources suggest that Shnabel's net value is $8 million, which is proof of his unrelenting devotion and strategic excellence in the mining business. It is not exact, but it can be said for sure that Parker's victory goes much further than the limits of reality TV. His skill in overcoming the hurdles of the industry and capitalizing on the opportunities has helped him to achieve success. The next part of the story is truly inspiring, but we need to look at things from a very logical perspective. Amidst the glamour of success lies the question that many fans ponder. Did Parker Shnabel make a lot of gold? The answer to this question is not as simple as it seems. Gold mining is a complex affair. It can be affected by many factors, including geological conditions and technological improvements. Shnabel's time on the gold rush has not only demonstrated his mining expertise and perseverance, but also allowed him to extract gold from the harsh Yukon territory. His capacity to unearth rich gold deposits as well as optimize the extraction processes have played a vital role in the collection of his huge wealth. Nevertheless, the exact amount of gold taken out by Parker is closely guarded information. Even though the show reveals glimpses into Parker's mining operations, the exact amount of gold produced from his mines is still unknown. Wondering why we don't know the exact amount of gold he possesses. Gold mining is by its very nature a competitive sector, and miners commonly guard their production figures to maintain a competitive advantage. So, the actual depth to which Parker Shnabel's gold mining activities are exposed to the mass media may never be fully unveiled. Just imagine, what's better than the world knowing that you are rich, but doesn't know how rich you are? Even with all his success, Parker keeps on breaking the limits. His quest to find new gold deposits and his deep love for the land are his motivating factors. But how did Parker become such an impeccable strategist and such an impactful campaigner? While we are exploring Parker Shnabel's story from Gold Rush, we can see that he does not believe in taking straight paths. With each new season come new challenges, and Parker is prepared to take them on. In 2010, when Parker Shnabel was only 16, he began his incredible journey. He chose to establish his own gold mining business. Wouldn't it be incredible to be that young and have to deal with something so significant? It's pretty impressive, right? Parker took out a mining claim on Porcupine Creek, and with a small crew, he started prospecting for gold. Even though he was young, Parker demonstrated an outstanding talent for the art form, displaying skills and instincts that were way beyond his age. Parker and his small crew undertook a quest to uncover the treasures buried somewhere deep within the harsh landscape of the Yukon Territory. He showed from the very beginning that he had a sharp eye for the gold spots that were often missed by others. This was what made him different from the others. It was this ability to see opportunities where others saw only dry land that set him apart. Parker's talents went beyond just the science of gold mining. He had an instinct for the art of gold mining. With strategic planning and practical know-how, he came up with a new approach to gold extraction, which was both efficient and profitable. Whether it was through the use of cutting-edge technology or by applying the time-honored methods that have been passed down from generation to generation, Parker's mining strategy was nothing less than artistic. One of the most important features of Parker was his ability to adapt. In an industry where conditions can be volatile, he kept a flexible mindset and was able to improvise. He adjusted his approach to the demands of the unpredictable environment. He had to face the challenges of different weather conditions or unforeseen problems with the same cool-headed determination. The most impressive thing about Parker's success was his ability to inspire people around him. Despite his young age, he possessed the respect and admiration of his crew, for whom he was a source of guidance and direction. He was so passionate about his work, and he never lost his focus on perfection, which was a great source of inspiration for everyone who worked with him. The more Parker's success became known, the more his fame as a gold mining prospector grew. He has become a shining example for young miners, demonstrating that age is not a barrier to success in an industry where experience always comes first. Parker's triumph was not limited to that. In 2012, something big occurred. He got the attention of the producers of a small show called Gold Rush. This is a series of reality shows that follows the lives of several gold mining families in the Yukon Territory of Canada. And guess what? Parker was a major player on the show. Being on the Gold Rush was the main factor that made Parker Shnabel a well-known person. Can you picture yourself being known and recognized everywhere you go? It's a completely new level of popularity. But Parker didn't get carried away by it. He used his growing popularity to become even more successful. He was in great demand as a speaker and an author. He went as far as to build his line of gold mining equipment. He moved on to diversification. He branched into other industries such as jewelry and clothing. With the creation of his jewelry company, Parker exploited the timeless appeal of gold and precious stones, providing customers with beautiful pieces that conveyed his mining passion and craftsmanship. His clothing firm focused on a small market of outdoor lovers and thrill seekers who were looking for durable and stylish clothing for their adventures in nature. What makes Parker stand out among other entrepreneurs is his ability to identify untapped market niches and use them advantageously. He can distinguish himself from competitors through innovation, creativity, and strategic thinking. And I think he has a good chance of being successful in the long run. What makes Parker's business journey truly unique is his willingness to take risks and face challenges boldly. Starting as a teenage miner, he has been through a lot of struggles and disappointments in his life. Still, he was not shaken by these setbacks and continues to explore new possibilities and motivate others to do the same. Parker's entrepreneurship success is a demonstration of his strong work ethic, unyielding determination, and commitment to quality. And as he keeps on growing his empire and exploring new areas, no one can predict what the future has for this amazing entrepreneur. Besides business success, Parker's entrepreneurial activities have also made a positive change in the lives of the people in the communities where he operates, as he creates jobs, stimulates economic growth, and supports local businesses. He has become a real asset to the communities in which he operates. Throughout the entire journey, Parker's family has always been there for him. John Shnabel, his grandfather, was a very big influence on his decision to pursue gold mining. He was never stopped from pursuing his goals by his parents. With dedication and perseverance, nothing is impossible. Hence, what is the exact net worth of Parker Shnabel from Gold Rush? Well, he has done very well for himself, as we can see. Through his victory on the show, his business ventures, and his family's encouragement, he has managed to build himself a considerable fortune. Parker Shnabel is always an exciting character, and you never know what to expect from him. In 2016, something took place that made a huge impact on the gold mining industry. Parker Schnabel's grandfather, John Shnabel, a man whom he loved dearly, died at the age of 92. This was a very painful loss for Parker, but he didn't quit. It must have been a real struggle for Parker. I think he deserves appreciation for this. Parker's determination, though, burned brighter than the weight of his grief. He came back to Porcupine Creek, where he had acquired mining skills from his grandfather. It was here in the harsh terrain of the Yukon Territory that Parker discovered peace and meaning. He knew that his grandfather would have expected him to continue his family tradition, to keep the dream of gold alive. He was a man with a vision of something more, something better. He dared to start a new mine in the Yukon Territory, which was a venture that had never been attempted before. Opening a new mine was not a simple matter. It took a lot of planning, preparation, and perseverance to accomplish it. But Parker was fearless. He put everything he had into the project, using the pain of his loss to drive his desire for success. He knew that this new mine would not be just a business venture for him. It would be a memorial to his grandfather and a manifestation of their common love for gold mining. The days became weeks and the weeks became months, and at last, Parker's new mine was born. It was a labor of love that started with his grandfather's teachings and was continued by his unwavering dedication. And when the first golden specks were found on the ground, it was a victory that had no comparison. Parker's quest was not finished yet. The path ahead was riddled with difficulties and obstacles, each one testing his will and taking him to the edge. He never hesitated from his determination to succeed, and he found his inspiration in the memory of his grandfather and the knowledge that he was following a proud family tradition. Shnabel is not only a successful gold miner, but also a lot more. He is a role model for many children around the world as well. Do you ever think about what it feels like to be an inspiration for many people? It's pretty amazing. Unlike most of the miners who only care about the amount of gold they extract, Parker understands that making a profit and taking care of the environment go hand in hand. His commitment to safeguarding the territory and minimizing the negative effects of mining operations is evidence of his character and principles. Responsible mining is not just a marketing slogan for Parker. It is a lifestyle. He realizes that mining can have a severe impact on the environment, starting from habitat destruction to water pollution. Because of this, he has decided to do everything he can to minimize the operation's impact on the environment. Parker demonstrates this through the application of rigorous environmental rules at his mines. From recovery efforts to water management strategies, he's constantly looking for ways to reduce the environmental footprint of his operations. Through the adoption of cutting-edge technologies and techniques, Parker strives to cause the least disturbance possible to local ecosystems and communities. Parker's environmental management is not limited to the fulfillment of environmental regulations. He is always willing to go the extra mile, looking for more environmentally friendly mining practices that put the long-term health of the land first. Through reforestation or wildlife conservation, Parker is always on the lookout for ways to repay the environment that supports him. In addition, Parker's support for responsible mining is not confined only to his own operations. He is now a vocal supporter of sustainability in the industry, and he uses his influence to raise awareness about the significant role played by environmental conservation. Through public speaking, media appearances, and social media campaigning, Parker persuades other miners to adopt the same practices and join him in the fight to protect the environment. Yet, Parker's determination to face the challenges that come with responsible mining is what makes him most admirable. He never avoids hard conversations and tough decisions. He considers them as opportunities for development and betterment. Through the recognition of the fundamental contradiction between mining and ecological conservation, Parker can come up with creative solutions that simultaneously address both issues. Parker Schnabel's charitable activities in the Yukon Territory show how he is a kind man with a strong desire to make the world around him a better place. While most people will probably concentrate on their own success, Parker realizes that it is also essential to help those in need and to give back to the less fortunate. His generosity does not stop with the limits of his mining operations, and it leaves an indelible mark on all the people and places he cares about. Parker's giving back to the local communities in Yukon Territory is done through charitable donations. Whether it's providing financial assistance to local organizations or giving his time and resources to community projects, Parker is always willing to contribute. From providing food banks and shelters to funding programs for education and infrastructure, his efforts have had a real impact on people's lives for many. I think this is a great quality that all of us should have. Parker's generosity is not limited to just writing a check or attending a fundraising event. He's not just a resident, but a real stakeholder in the communities he belongs to. He looks for ways to make a positive difference. In addition, Parker's generosity is not restricted to monetary donations, but he also acknowledges that building strong connections with community members is equally vital. He can devote the time to hear their worries, get to know their needs, and work with them to solve the pressing problems. Parker's approach of involving local residents on a more personal level helps him to develop authentic bonds and earn the trust of the community. He may be a famous and wealthy man, but he still remains humble and approachable, never looking for acknowledgement or rewards for his good activities. He quietly carries out his duties, happy that he's changing lives for the better. Parker believes that community service is not a responsibility, but rather a privilege for him. He acknowledges the great impact that even the smallest acts of kindness can have on those who are in need, families, or individuals. The most remarkable proof of this is the thankfulness and the admiration of those whom he has helped. From the wide smiles of children who are given new school supplies to the heartfelt thanks of families who are provided with assistance during difficult times, Parker's impact can be felt across the Yukon Territory. He is among the wealthiest and most influential people in the gold mining industry with a net worth of $15 million today. A major source of his net worth is his participation in the popular Discovery Channel show, Gold Rush. Parker, who is one of the main stars of the show, earns a large amount of money for his show appearances. It is rumored that he earns $100,000 per episode, which puts him at the highest level of reality TV fame. And the fact that each season has about 20 episodes, Parker's income from Gold Rush accumulates pretty fast. At $100,000 per episode, he earns about $2 million per season. Wouldn't it be great to earn that much for each episode you appear in? It is proof of Parker's bright star and the great popularity of the show. Parker's victory in the Gold Rush is not all about the money. It is a representation of his unmatched ability and mastery as a gold miner. From the instant he first came on screen, Parker charmed viewers with his innate skills, persistence, and willpower to succeed. For weeks in a row, fans were glued to their screens to see him work through the gold mining business, cheering him on unconditionally. Besides his Gold Rush earnings, Parker has also diversified his income through other ventures that include entrepreneurship. From opening his own mining company to creating a jewelry and clothing line, he has proven that he's a smart businessman who can spot opportunities quickly. It is these enterprises that define Parker's wealth and make him a force to be reckoned with in the business world. Who wouldn't want to follow his determined path? Despite his vast achievements and wealth, Parker still remains down-to-earth and modest. He is a regular guy who hasn't been affected by the trappings of fame and fortune. He respects persistence, honesty, and determination above all else, and he has never forgotten his origin as a young miner in Alaska. It's this genuineness and modesty that has made him a favorite among fans and colleagues, and a beloved personality in the gold mining circles. But that's not all. Parker also earns a substantial income from his gold-digging business. He's not only a claim owner in the Yukon Territory, but also a consistent gold extractor. Talk about finding the pot of gold. Other than this, Parker has launched several firms, and these companies have also added to his total capital. It is actually amazing how he was able to diversify his income streams. With great wealth comes great accountability. The public is curious to know how Parker spends all this cash, so that's a question we have to save for later. Parker Shnabel is living a life that many people just cannot imagine, and he is doing it all with passion, determination, and a soft heart. When it comes to the finer things in life, Parker knows how to enjoy them. Let's have a glimpse of his world of luxury and extravagance, shall we? First of all, let's look at real estate. Parker isn't just a gold miner, he is also a smart real estate investor. He owns 2 properties, one in Haines, Alaska, and one in the Yukon Territory. Parker's house in Haines is a spectacle to behold. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and breathtaking views of the nearby mountains and forests, which makes it the ultimate luxury living. And I cannot help but mention his Yukon home, a comfortable place located in the midst of beautiful nature. Let me tell you about living the dream. Among the properties owned by Parker is a commercial building in Haines, Alaska. Placed right in the center of his hometown, this real estate is a key part of Parker's investment portfolio. The commercial building is located in a prime location, and it has the potential for rental income. It is a stable and profitable asset for Parker. Whether it is leasing space to local businesses or considering development possibilities, Parker knows the importance of owning prime real estate in the growing community. Parker's real estate empire is not restricted to the boundaries of Alaska. In the Yukon Territory, he has acquired a vacation rental property, which is another piece of the diversified portfolio he has built. Nestled in the midst of the breathtaking Yukon landscape, this property provides guests with a rare chance to explore the beauty and serenity of this area. From thrill-seeking outdoor lovers to travelers who just want to chill and relax, Parker's vacation rental property targets a broad spectrum of guests. This makes him earn a large income. What makes Parker stand out among real estate investors is his ability to spot opportunities and his willingness to take calculated risks. He knows real estate can be a great wealth creation tool when it is approached with a strategy, and he does not hesitate to use his resources to get the highest returns. Parker's investments are based on a mix of market research, financial analysis, and intuition. On top of that, Parker's real estate investments are in line with his other financial goals and dreams. He is also able to diversify his wealth across different asset classes such as real estate, stocks, and business ventures to minimize the risks and maximize the potential returns. Every property that Parker has in his portfolio acts as a brick in the foundation of his financial future, providing stability, growth, and possibilities of wealth creation. Yet the most impressive thing about Parker's real estate empire is his ability to adjust to the changing market. In the course of time, he remains flexible and responsive, adapting his investment strategy to take advantage of the new trends and possibilities that arise. The adventurous spirit of Parker Shnabel is not limited to the gold mining industry, but he is also passionate about cars. The fact that he owns a fleet of cars that are of high quality is not only an indication of his love for good automobiles, but it also shows his success and his love for the finer things in life. Whether you are looking for a rugged off-road truck or a sleek luxury SUV, Parker's selection of tires is as varied as it is outstanding. The Ford Raptor, a high-performance off-road truck, is Parker's favorite vehicle in his car collection, and it's perfectly suited for the rugged terrain of Yukon Territory. The Raptor is the ultimate off-roader for the likes of Parker with its strong engine, advanced suspension, and tough exterior design. Raptor always gives him the performance and capability he needs to overcome any terrain with confidence. I think what makes Parker's Raptor unique is the bespoke design. Completed in a glossy black with contrasting red highlights, it is a real head-turner. From the design of the grille and the aggressive hood scoop, to the oversized tires and custom lighting, every detail of the truck says style and sophistication. It is a mirror of his character. Brave, ambitious, and ready for the next adventure. Of course, the Raptor isn't the only one of the vehicles in Parker's collection that deserves attention. He also has a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, a luxury SUV that is renowned for its durability, performance, and luxurious interior. The G-Wagon is a brand that is synonymous with luxury and status, and it is the favorite of celebrities, athletes, and wealthy individuals all over the world. Parker sees the G-Wagon as more than just a way to move around. It's a symbol of his success and a reflection of his impeccable taste. Parker's car collection is not limited to this. He also has a classic Jeep Wrangler, which is the most popular off-road vehicle among outdoor enthusiasts and thrill seekers. The Wrangler's rugged design, removable top, and legendary four-wheel drive capabilities make the Wrangler the ideal vehicle for exploring the wilderness of Alaska and Yukon territory. And not to forget about the truck, Chevrolet Silverado, a versatile and capable vehicle that has been modified to suit Parker's specific needs. The Silverado, with its massive engine, roomy cabin, and aggressive-looking exterior, is a practical and stylish vehicle for everyday driving, as well as off-road exploration. If he is pulling equipment to his mines, towing trailers, or just cruising around town, Parker's Silverado is a reliable and dependable companion. In addition to the practicality and performance, Parker's cars are an expression of his personality and interests. Every vehicle in his collection has a story behind it. Some tell about his love for an off-road adventure or his taste for luxury and style. He's definitely living the good life, with his real estate holdings and his car collection being what they are. But the real issue is what will happen to Parker after that. He has the energy and determination to achieve anything. Who knows what other victories he'll achieve in the future. One thing is for sure, Parker Shnabel is living his dream and doing it in style. Let's go into the world of Parker Shnabel, where gold isn't the only thing that glitters. Yes, he's famous for his role on Discovery Channel's Gold Rush, but have you heard he's a great author too? Parker has written not one, but 2 books that provide an insight into his exceptional life. Parker Shnabel's debut book, Golden Dreams, the memoir Chasing Golden, Finding My Fortune in the Yukon, provides readers with a fascinating insight into his incredible journey. With his vivid storytelling and candid reflections, Parker leads us on an unforgettable journey, recounting the hardships, victories, and valuable lessons that he learned during this period. From the very beginning of his gold mining career in Alaska, Parker encountered so many hurdles on his way to success. Being the grandson of the famous gold miner John Shnabel, Parker spent his childhood in the middle of the mining culture and learned the craft from his early days. His way was not all smooth. He encountered difficulties, failures, and moments of self-doubt that put his spirit and determination to test. I would really like to read his book. I think it would be inspiring. One of the main problems that Parker faced was to be recognized as a reputable and successful miner in his own right. With limited resources and experience, he ventured into the difficult business of renting a claim on Porcupine Creek and starting his own mining operation. It was a dangerous expedition, full of hazards and uncertainties, but he tackled it with his usual resoluteness and perseverance. He had to deal with problems like failures of equipment, unpredictable weather conditions, and changes in gold prices. Still, he didn't give up. He found courage in his grandfather's words and never-ending confidence in himself. He learned with each failure that resilience, perseverance, and never giving up on your dreams are very crucial. We all can learn something from his story. With the growth of Parker's mining operation, his reputation in the industry became more and more known. His talent for discovering gold in the areas that are not noticed by others soon earned him the reputation and respect of his colleagues. It was not only about finding gold for Parker, it was about showing himself and others that he was able to make it in the ruthless business of gold mining. During his process, Parker met a lot of interesting people who gave him diverse ideas about the business. From old-timers to greenhorns, Parker gained much from everyone he met, which eventually led him to formulate his own mining and business style. It was a voyage of self-discovery, growth, and change as Parker had to go through the ups and downs of the industry with courage, stability, and unyielding determination. If I were to single out the most inspiring aspect of Parker's story, it would be his readiness to open up and reveal his experiences and insights to others. In Golden Dreams, he allows the readers to see the gold mining world through the lens of a miner, revealing the truth behind the industry's successes and failures. Parker achieves this by sharing his personal experiences in a truthful manner and challenging readers to pursue their own goals, no matter how unattainable they may appear. Parker Shnabel's second book, Audacious Gold: How I Turned Passion into Profit, is a book that gives readers an exclusive look into the gold mining business. It shares the knowledge, strategies, and wisdom he has acquired in the industry. From the challenges of claim acquisition to the building and leading of a successful team, Parker tells the lessons he has learned and the strategies he has employed to convert his passion for gold mining into profitable ventures. The main theme of the book, Audacious Gold, is Parker's profound knowledge of the complexities of the gold mining business. Through his own experiences and the lessons learned from them, he provides the readers with a complete industry guide. He has covered the entire chain of events from prospecting and exploration to extraction and processing. Whether you are an experienced miner or a newbie investor, Parker's insights will guide you, engage you, and open your eyes. Audacious Gold has one of its main themes, which is the significance of finding the right claims. Parker is well aware that mining for gold is a risky business that depends on getting the best claims, which yield the most profits. Using careful research, strategic planning, and a good eye for spotting opportunities, Parker has been able to identify and purchase some of the best mining properties, thus laying the groundwork for his success in the industry. Getting claims is just half the work. Handling them properly is as important as long-term success. In his book, Parker gives readers a step-by-step guide on the best ways to maximize the value of their claims, including assessments and evaluations, as well as the implementation of efficient mining practices. Through the improvement of operations and the reduction of costs, miners are able to increase their profitability and consequently sustain the industry. The very essence of Parker's method of gold mining is his strong focus on teamwork and collaboration. In Audacious Gold, he underlines the significance of creating and managing a team of people who are capable of working together and focused on a common goal. Parker has been able to develop a culture of excellence in his own mining operations by means of effective communication, mentorship, and empowerment. It has resulted in innovation, productivity, and success. I think the most precious part of this book is his openness about the difficulties and barriers he has met in the industry. From equipment malfunction and environmental issues to market volatility and regulatory challenges. Parker does not avoid the day-to-day life of a gold miner. He furnishes the readers with the nuts and bolts of dealing with adversity, adjusting to change, and succeeding in an industry that is constantly in transformation. What distinguishes Audacious Gold from other books in the same category is the author's unique viewpoint and his own authentic voice. He is a veteran miner who has a lot of knowledge and skills that are rare to come by. He narrates anecdotes from the field and offers tips on gold mining business management. Parker's writing is both informative and entertaining, which makes it a must-read for anyone who is interested in the gold mining business. I'm definitely putting his book on my reading list. Parker Shnabel is not only a bookworm, but also a global traveler. He has traveled to places like Australia, New Zealand, and Guyana, which are the dream destinations. Parker's passion for discovering new cultures and appreciating the world's beauty knows no limits. And we are fortunate that he often posts his travel experiences on social media. It is like seeing heaven with your own eyes. But wait, there's more. Another one of his hobbies is hiking. Can you picture yourself walking through mountains near his home in Haines, Alaska? His love for beautiful nature is obvious through every stunning photo and video he posts. Not surprisingly, his fans can't get enough of his experience. Now let's talk about assets. Parker is not just having gold coins in his pocket. He also possesses a collection of valuable jewelry made from gold and diamonds. Just imagine the glitter and glamour of his collection of diamonds. He also has a hobby of gathering things that were used during the gold rush and the Yukon Territory. His collection, ranging from the old mining equipment to the old photographs, is a classic treasure of history. The company has gone beyond this. Parker has invested in several technology companies that are innovating new ways of gold exploration and extraction. Just think about the returns he'll get from these investments. It is almost like striking a new gold vein. It is a good question to ask how much Shnabel is worth from the Gold Rush show. Honestly, he's got it all: his literary fame, worldwide travels, and his various investments. No wonder he's living the dream. The man is determined and he can reach the top of the world. The only question is, what new journeys and adventures will he embark on in the future? One thing is for sure, Parker Shnabel is one hell of a person, and he will keep on going no matter what. Feel free to watch my earlier videos and subscribe for further revelations in this mysterious world.